welcome to Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. You know, Simi Valley wasn't always known for being one of the safest cities in the country or for its filming or being the site of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. At one time, it was a vast agricultural community. Well, here to talk about Simi Valley is someone who knows it very well, Simi City Council member Glen Becerra. So good to see you. Your kids are third generation. What do you say, Simi Valleyans?
Yeah, Bella, exactly. The Simiites.
Simiites.
No, Simi Valley is, I think, one of the unique places in California. I mean, it sits, on the border with Los Angeles, this huge urban metropolis, and it serves as the gateway to, Ventura County, which is still, in a lot of ways, very rural and agricultural. And it serves kind of as at that transition point where it's a, first-rate, beautiful community with a lot of amenities that most big cities have, while still maintaining that small-town charm that it had, when my grandparents came in the 20s.
And your father, in the 20s, had some prize-winning tomatoes.
Yeah.
We talked about the agriculture, and there's nothing better than a homegrown tomato.
That's very true. My father was a future farmer of America. When those programs were going through the county, and he won some prizes for his the tomatoes he was growing in Simi Valley. But Simi Valley was known for avocados and walnuts and citrus, and it was nice growing up. I literally could walk across the street from my home where I grew up, and it was our local Dr. Jones who owned the property, and it was an orange orchard with a big red barn sitting on it, which is now the Simi Valley Hospital parking lot and maintenance building.
It's a lot of history, and look how far the city has come in terms of economic development. It's a pretty healthy city considering the economy.
Yeah, for a long time, Simi has always maintained a very conservative budgeting process. Yeah, we scrutinize the way we spend the taxpayers' money. So we've always been able to maintain a pretty healthy economy. But Simi has also faced its challenges over the last several years, as most cities have and most communities have across this country, because of the downturn in the economy. But I think we're poised to come out of this stronger and healthier in the long run.
Unemployment in Simi?
We have, obviously, we definitely have our unemployment issues, but I think, again, with the economy the way it's turning, it's a slow turn, unfortunately, but I think it will allow us to really attract strong, healthy businesses into our community that can allow, our residents to find good jobs.
You mentioned Simi Valley being such a nice family-focused community, and the high schools, and a nice place to raise the kids, right? But there's some famous athletes that have come out of your area, your neck of the woods.
Oh, absolutely. And we're very proud of those families. You have, people like Don McLean, who went to Simi High School and had a great career, I think 10 years in the NBA, and ultimately he played for the Lakers at one point. We're very proud of that. Jared Weaver, playing for the Angels. I'm sorry, I almost slipped there, right? Playing for the Angels and re-signing recently for a huge contract. And these are locally grown kids that went through the high school, played ball at Simi, at Simi High, and are still, staying connected to their community. Their families still live in Simi Valley, and a lot for us to be proud of on the youth sports, arena, which is a big deal in Simi Valley. I would put us up against any community in California for the amount of kids actively, playing sports in our community, from baseball to basketball to football.
A lot of kids getting athletic scholarships to Division I schools.
Yeah, I mean, one of the great success stories is our girls softball program. We have probably one of the nicest facilities anywhere in the country for girls softball. It sits up on a mountain.
It's gorgeous.
It overlooks the community. It's just beautiful.
Glad you mentioned the girls softball, but that's all the time we have. Simi City Council member Glen Becerra, thank you so much for joining us here on Local Edition. And we thank you as well. I'm Bella Shaw. Now back to HLN.